Welcome to another exciting episode of Doug's Electronic Repair Bench.
I'm on YouTube. As you can see, it is 2.6 degrees here. It got down to 0 last night. And so far this morning, it's 10 o'clock right now. I just wanted to point out the fact that it is only basically 3 degrees out. But yet, the sun is powerful enough to melt the snow off the car. I don't know how much you can see down there on the ground, but it is dripping off the car. I think that's just amazing to think that all those miles away, the sun is that bright that it can melt snow at that temperature. I just find that fascinating. I don't know, it's just something about it. It's just weird to me. I'm glad it does. I mean, you know, I realize in the summer it can be a bear, but I just really like that. So I'm hoping it melts most of it off today if it stays out, because I've got to go to Vivi tomorrow, see my mother. It's her birthday. She'll be 90 tomorrow. And I don't really want to have to get out there and sweep off the car, but I will if I have to, obviously. So I'm off of the Zenith for a while until the other one comes in. I played around with it last night. I don't even know if I'll upload the video from it, but I didn't get anywhere, basically. I spent another hour in there last night, and I just basically left the camera run. While I was sitting there, I was going to put some clips together and go that route, but like I say, I may not even do that because I really didn't accomplish anything. So I think the problem has to do with the voltages on that transistor. They're not right. The voltage on the collector is fine, but the base and emitter are way off. So I don't think it's conducting like it is. So that's what I need to do, is find out why it's not conducting and what the problem is. But so far I haven't been unable to do that. I've been thinking about posting a little blurb in the Antique Radio Forum. There's a section for transistor radios in there, and see what everybody else thinks there on what I should do. Some people have said use the scope. I'm a little confused on whether the scope, a 60 megahertz scope, will measure a oscillator running at over 100, or even if it's running at 80, whatever, megahertz. So I don't think that's going to work. I may get some kind of indication from it, but you know, what I'm really thinking about is the software-defined radio that Jim was using. Now that would be pretty much perfect for that. I mean, you could easily know if it's running. You could also take another radio and put it next to it, and usually hear the oscillator running. And I might try that. I do have this one sitting here in the living room. I don't think it's running. I'm almost 100% sure it's not running. So I don't know. Like I say, if I decide to do anything with it, stuff last night, I'll probably put it with this. And so if you see something other than this, you'll know I did. But I haven't. Let me check real quick while I'm sitting here. I meant to check and see if that other radio was going to be delivered today. It'd be nice to have that, so I can compare the two at least. I'm not saying I would actually be able to fix it. So, okay, it is out for delivery. So that means it will be here today. And we will do another mail call for that when he arrives. So I may just combine that with this. And like I said, the other one's just not, there's nothing in there I don't think you want to see. And like I said, I may put a little snippet in there of me sitting there frustrated. But guess that's all I have for now until the radio gets here. So. Hi, evening YouTube. I'm here with you this evening to look at this good old Zenith one more time. What I'm planning on doing, I did some calculations, and I think I figured out the correct signal. I'll get it out here eventually, to put into the local oscillator to make it tune in. I guess you'd call it my favorite station, 98.3. I'm going to put the dial about that area, and we're going to see exactly how this works out. It may not work, it may work, I don't know, we'll see. Looks like I got 49. Yeah, it's not going to go up high enough. Looks like it only goes up to about 54. Let's just try where it's at, see what happens. Put it in and see if we can tune any stations in with it. I just basically want to try out and see if it will, you know, replace the oscillator and go that route. Just see. Not getting anything. All right, let's cut that off. Try something different. I have suggested I try the signal tracer. I don't think it's going to pick up anything, but you know, we'll give it a shot. As suspected, I don't hear anything. Alright, AM's working fine, because we already knew that. See, now there's an interesting thing right there. I can touch the oscillator transistor. You hear that? Touch the RF. Nothing happens. I get nothing. I should get the same thing, I would think, there, if not even more, than I get there. In fact, I can go in here and press the, put my hand on the antenna. That normally will make something come in, or make a difference anyway. I really don't think that RF transistor is working. That's just a guess on my part, but you know, I got nothing else to do. I'm touching different legs of the RF transistor, not getting a thing. If I touch any of the legs of the oscillator transistor, I get all kinds of static and things. So there is a problem somewhere in there, and I'm pretty sure it's in that stage. Now I know the RF signal made it through, but I was pushing it pretty hard. I mean the IF signal, I'm sorry. I was pushing it pretty hard to get it to go through, and you've seen the difference when I touched or put the probe next to the oscillator. It just took off like crazy. I didn't even have to touch it, just got it close to it. But you put it right on the antenna terminal, it just barely goes through. So that to me points to the RF. I don't know. I just don't know. Hate to take it out of there, but I got nothing else to do. Came out pretty easy. Now we're getting to this transistor. HFE is 35. I don't know what the rest of it is. Anyway, that's good. That's not the problem. Oh, let's see what else is next.
I'm just about out of ideas. Just about ready to get the scope out, hook it up, see if that oscillator is actually working. It's not a big deal, but I'd have to move a lot of stuff to do that. So I may just set this thing aside until I get the other radio and go that route. I just may, you know what I'm saying, have to use it to troubleshoot this one. I was going to do it the other way, but you know, it'll work either way. Alright, that's in there good. So, we have checked the RF and the oscillator. And I'm going to go out on a limb here and say it didn't make a damn bit of difference. That's what I'm going to say. Alright, enough of that fun. I want to check some other resistors around here just for the heck of it. See what they test, how they test. Just for the fun of it. That's another thing I wanted to measure was the B plus on this. See how much supposed to be 98 volts on the transformer, speaker transformer. Alright, at 125, I'm getting 85 volts now. That will probably end this little experiment, because I have no idea where to go next. I'm going to start reading some online about how to test for oscillator and things like that. Pretty sure the scope is probably the easiest way, but there should be other ways as well. Probably another FM receiver in the area would know. We'd let you know if the local oscillator is running on this one. Trying to think whether I have one. I could use the one in the living room, I guess. I have one down here, but I don't have the power supply hooked up to it. So that's really not an option. Well, anyway, let's get off here and get on what I'm doing. Again, I think I'm going to leave put everything like it is. Make sure everything's turned off this time. I left the RF generator and the frequency counter on the other time. I guess I better take this one and erase it if nothing else. Alright, YouTube, back once more. As you can see, I don't know if you caught the mail truck there, but just dropped off some packages. And it's almost 3 in the afternoon. Mainly wanted to show you the car. As you can see, it is almost cleared off completely. That sun is a wonderful thing. So, I'm out of breath because I got those packages in there. I said packages. Yeah, I did say packages, didn't I? Alright, let's see what we got. Alright, there you can see the one with the radios in it. I got it from eBay. And I got a surprise when I went out there to look. This was out there also. And judging by the address on the package, I'm going to guess Mr. Cutworm sent me that. Thank you, Stevie. Let's open her up. Open them both up. See what we got. Alright, package number 1. Not the best packaging job in the world, but seems to be adequate so far. Let me take them out and see what else we got. Alright, here's the first one. As you can see, packing could have been a little bit better. As you can see, there's a piece broke off right there at the corner. Actually, 2 pieces. And goes right like that. And the other one goes up there. Not a big deal, but at the same time you kind of expect something a little bit better. Here's also a crack on this side. I think the rest of it seems to be in pretty good shape. I checked it out. The front bezel, or what do you want to call it, got some bows in it, but that's probably nothing the seller did. It's probably just over time's gotten that way. That's an easy fix. So anyway, that's the Zenith radio. I've plugged it in yet and seen what it does, but we will shortly. So hang in there. Alright, here's the GE. Looks like it made the trip a little bit better than the Zenith did. I don't see any pieces missing. Everything seems to be intact. I've checked the front and the back. Looks like this knob here might be bent a little bit. I don't think the clockworks are in there at all. I don't see any hands or anything on the face of the clock, so that's probably not a big deal either. So those will be addressed later. I may try to plug the Zenith in, just see what it does, and we'll go from there. So, but before we do that, let's see what Stevie sent. Alright, first thing I see is this extra antennas. So I'm guessing it's a radio. He's been threatening to send me a radio for a while now, so we'll see if that's what it is. Hang on. Well, sure enough, it is a radio. It's a fancy radio, Stevie. I'm not sure I know how to operate this thing. It's got all kinds of knobs and buttons. Cool radio. Thank you, Stevie. Appreciate that. You didn't really have to, but I really appreciate it. Always happy to have anything to play with. Keeps me out of trouble. And you guys know how much trouble I get into if I don't have something to keep me out of trouble. But yes, this is seems like it'd be a nice radio. So we'll be plugging this in probably around the same time I plug the Zenith in, see if it works. May not put that on this video. This one's going to be getting kind of long, and I want to finish this up with the other from yesterday I told you about earlier, and get that done. And I just about got done editing that part, so really not much to it, just a bunch of little clips. So, like I say, thank you. Do appreciate it, Stevie.